Hey everybody, Jacob Letman here. Before we get started with today's video, I want to tell you guys about a great app that I've been using. It's going to help you make more money and save more money. It's completely free. It's called Gridwise. You can use it for Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, Amazon Flex, and many more. You are able to track your miles with all of those apps that you have. You're also able to see any events that are going on in your area, as well as hot spots to drive. You can see the airport schedule, what time flights are coming in, all that great stuff. It'll help you make a lot more money. I use it personally. Anyway, if you're interested, go to the video description below, click on the link. It'll take you 60 seconds to download, and it's completely free. Let's get going with the video. All right, you guys. First, before we get started with this video, big shout out to all of our subscribers out there on the channel. We're right around 35,000. I don't know if we've hit it or not. It might have just happened right now. Maybe you'll be the 35,000 subscriber. Do it now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hey, we're bringing you all the information that has to do with everything. That includes rideshare driving, that's going on with all the craziness that's happening in our world right now, including in the United States, unemployment insurance benefit program expansion to include self-employed people, gig economy workers, and rideshare drivers, Uber and Lyft drivers. And so we're covering all of that. Hey, listen, I know a lot of the videos, there's probably going to be overlap in information. And that's because people, when they go to our page, they see different videos pop up, and so it's important to us to just have, we would rather oversaturate with all of this information so that you can pick it up no matter what video you're in, rather than having to scour for the answers. So I think, as of now, we've got everything covered. I'm making this video talking about how to apply for unemployment insurance benefits. This is it. This is your place to do it right here, right now. Now, first of all, before we get started with that, just want to say that unemployment insurance benefits are in all 50 states in the United States, so that's good. 42 out of 50 states have a 26-week unemployment insurance benefit program, and the other 8 states, which are, I always have to do this, I'm sorry. I should just have this page up, but I don't. The 8 states that do not have a 26-week unemployment insurance program are somewhere, and they are, oh my goodness gracious, you guys, here we go. Sorry. Thanks for bearing with me. Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Idaho, Kansas, Missouri, North Carolina, and South Carolina, and Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Idaho, Kansas, Missouri, North Carolina, South Carolina. Okay, so there you go. Those 8 states do not have a 26-week unemployment insurance benefit program. So if you're in one of those states, you need to check and see what your insurance program is like. Now, provided you qualify for unemployment insurance, you also qualify for the 39-week federal unemployment insurance expansion program, which pays each worker that qualifies for unemployment $600 a week for 39 weeks. The benefits work retroactively, so when you're filling out your form, it's going to ask you when your last day of work was. You put that in there, and your benefits should backdate to then. So we're still pretty early in the process of people getting qualified for unemployment insurance benefits because state websites are still getting updated. I feel like we're getting closer to having most state websites updated. Let us know what state you're in, if your state website has been updated or not. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to Google. You're going to search for your state's unemployment insurance office or website. Just type in your state, like for me, Arizona Unemployment Insurance Benefits. It'll pop up the website that you need to go to. Click on that, and you're going to look for any information in regards to either the CARES Act or self-employed people being able to... Is there a light shining on my face? Because something is reflecting right in my eyes. Anyway, sorry, that just got me for a second. I'm trying to concentrate here. So you're looking for anything that has to do with the CARES Act or a place for self-employed personnel to apply for unemployment insurance benefits. You're going to click on that. It's going to take you to a form. It's going to ask a lot of straightforward questions at first, including your name, your address, social security number. What else is it going to ask for? Probably general information like that at first. You'll continue on. Then it's going to have a place where it's going to ask you if you are indeed self-employed. You're going to click that box. It's really important that you do click that box in your initial application, because when they do start processing these, if you don't click that box, you're going to get the information to you as if you were an employee working for an employer, and that won't be the right information. And we're seeing that it's very difficult for people to get through to these state agencies, because there's so many people right now that are applying for unemployment insurance benefits. Also, if you need a job right now and you need a place to work, I guarantee that most of those offices in those states are hiring people because they don't have enough manpower to process all of these claims at a fast rate. And so the unfortunate part about that is that it could take a while to receive any payments from unemployment insurance. Back to our process. You're in the application, you've clicked that you've been self-employed, and you continue on, and then it's going to ask you for your last it's going to ask you your last day worked, who you're employed by. You can put self-employed or your name, technically self-employed. I would put self-employed. Then it'll ask for occupation. You can put rideshare driver, and if you do more than one self-employed job, if you have a lemonade stand and you make money doing that, whatever it may be, you should be able to put those different self-employed jobs that you have in that occupation line. All right, then you're going to finish completing that. I believe it also asks you how long you've worked there. Fill out all that information. Continuing on. It's going to ask you for your last employer. Yeah, your last employer, which is kind of confusing because it's set up to look for, at least this is how it was on my state's website. It's going to look like it wants you to put in your last employer, which could have been, if you're new to rideshare, then I would suggest putting in your last employer, because you actually might qualify for those benefits from your last employer that was paying into the unemployment insurance benefit program. Let's say, I don't know, even if you last worked somewhere in the last 2 years, maybe put your previous employer. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a tough one. For me, it's been nearly 4 years since I've been self-employed, and my last job was out of state. So, in this section, I put self-employed by me, or I put, who do I work for? I put, self-employed, and I put that I was there for 3.5, I've worked for me for 3.5 years, and, so, I think that's okay. I think that's going to work out, because when you get through this, as long as you've submitted this and you put that you're self-employed, what's going to happen is they're going to send back information in the mail with forms for you to fill out. And it will most likely include things like 1099 information, or asking for how much income you've made, stuff of that nature. So don't worry too much about the application process, other than things like your name, your address, the years worked, various stuff like that. That's the important thing for now. All right, you're going to submit that. Now the waiting game begins. We don't really know how long it's going to be before they process these, and the last thing that I heard is that they're still going through this new law and they're playing catch up, essentially, right? This new law passed, and the states are trying to figure out how to implement that into their systems, and how to implement that while they process all of our applications. So, point being, to summarize, you need to go to your state website. You need to look for anywhere that it says self-employed people, apply here, click there, fill out your application to the best of your ability. We have other videos that answer more questions on that application, but I pretty much summarized it in this video. Don't freak out if something seems a little bit weird. Just make sure you click that self-employed box, and then once you submit, you'll be waiting for correspondence back from the state unemployment office. All right, you guys. Hey, if anyone has moved further along the line than that, that's where I'm at. I filled out my application over a week ago now, and I haven't gotten any mail back. But if anyone else has, I'm curious to hear what it was that they sent you back. We're trying to figure out what they're going to require to verify our income as self-employed workers. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Questions, comments, concerns, jump down into the comment section below. Get at me. I'm Jacob Letman. This is the Rideshare Hub. Till the next time, stay safe out there, everyone.